Hello everyone, today we are going to talk about our CIS 660 authoring tool final project. It's a Maya plugin called LensBlur. Depth of field is an important visual effect in computer graphics or computer animation. Usually to do depth of field effect in Maya you have two options. First is directly render the scene in offline using offline rendering like a Mental Ray or other Maya plugins. But this approach is costly because you need to go back and forth to adjust the focal length to see the result you want. Or you can use the image-based post-processing, like a rendering scene into different layers and do a composition in Photoshop. But this image-based post-processing is not physically correct. Our goal is to develop a Maya plugin that create physically correct depth of field effects in real time. That enables the user to preview the depth of field effect in the editing window without going back and forth between offline rendering and editing. The target users will be 3D artists and game designers. The technique we are using is based on two papers. First is a SIGGRAPH 2010 paper called Real-Time LensBlur Effects and Focus Control by Li et al. This method decomposes the scene into multiple layers by layer depths, and then they retrace this layered scenes by rendering shooting rays toward the lens location. Usually the sampling density is 64 rays per pixel. This method is very costly, so to achieve real-time performance, the author did a lot of optimization. But because of the time constraint, we choose to use a more simpler approach. They are used in the Skylander Swapper 4 scan and was published in GPU Pro 4. This method used only three layers, mainly far layer, focus layer, and near layer, and they use impending techniques to reduce sharper edge normally found in other post-processing techniques. This technique is much easier to implement than the first paper, but have no obvious edge artifacts like other post-processing techniques. Right, now we can show some demos. Now we demonstrate how to use this LensBlur plugin. After the plugin is loaded, there will be a new rendering option called the LensBlur viewport under the Render tab. And there's also a new LensBlur control option in the control command toolbar. First, we switch to the LensBlur viewport. After click this LensBlur viewport, the rendering system will be switched to the LensBlur override. And now we can adjust the aperture and focal length. We just need to click this LensBlur control and adjust the value whatever you want, because the system is response in real time, so you can see the result in simultaneously. After deciding the focal length we want, now we can do the overtime rendering. First, we need to go to the camera attribute editor and enable depth of field and adjust the focal length. Then open the rendering editor and do the overtime rendering. This completes the editing cycle.